Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the kitchen. Welcome back to Cocktails After Dark. Today we're going to do a non-alcoholic cocktail out of this book called Drinks by Jacques Straub, published in 1914. Very important cocktail book. And sort of interspersed amongst all of the alcoholic recipes are a bunch of non-alcoholic cocktails in order to please all of your guests. But there is one specific section, and I'm going to use that today, called Punches. Non-alcoholic. And so we're going to do something called the ginger ale punch. Seems pretty straightforward, but it sounds like it might be pretty tasty. So let's get to it. So I'm going to make two cocktails, and I'm going to make it in one shaker. It calls for the juice of half a lemon. So this is the juice of a whole lemon that I just squeezed. So I'm going to say that half a lemon is roughly equivalent to 1 ounce of lemon juice. So I put 2 ounces in. Now it calls for the juice of half an orange, and I'm making 2, so I'll put this in. I just juiced an orange. About 2 ounces in half an orange. Depends on the orange, depends how big the orange is, depends what type of orange, all of those things, it's going to change. That's where I really prefer to have actual measurements. Now, it just says to put in as much grenadine as you think you'll like. And since I've never had this before, I'm at a complete loss, but I'm going to try for this a ½ ounce of grenadine. And this is our homemade grenadine. You can find that video elsewhere on the channel. Now we ice it. So, ice. And shake. And now I'm supposed to strain into a goblet filled with ice. So, let's see if we can break it between two goblets. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Glenn. Hey, friends.
Okay, so one more thing.
Okay. Oh my goodness, where on earth are these glasses? Where have you been hiding these glasses is really my question. Oh my goodness, I don't, right.
So it asks for a split of ginger ale.
A split?
A split
Is there a
of ginger ale.
definition of a split?
There is a split. There is a definition. So
Is it like the definition of a dash, which is like 3 shakes of a blah, blah, blah?
So when you're talking about wine or champagne, it's the half bottle. So a full bottle of champagne is 750 mils.
Yeah.
So half of that, whatever that is.
Okay.
When they're talking about this or alcohol, so this is ginger ale, a split is 187 milliliters.
Okay.
Or
So not quite as big as this.
6 ounces, I think it's probably 6 US ounces.
And that's 187 was, hold on. 187 milliliters was supposed to go in this.
In a goblet. So
That goblet is not quite big enough.
No,
maybe.
so I chose a goblet, thinking that's a goblet, but apparently, so there used to be a club in Toronto way back called Fresh.
Yes. Oh.
That then became it became a whole bunch of things, and
That's
it was
a-
the warehouse.
Yes.
Anyway, so back when it was Fresh, you could go in there. Back when it was Fresh, the alcohol laws in Ontario meant that you couldn't sell alcohol unless you sold food.
Yeah, they had a midnight buffet.
So they had a
I'm just
buffet.
looking for a bigger goblet in the collection here.
They didn't charge you for the food. They gave the food away because they had to serve food in order to sell the alcohol. Anyway, long story short, they used to sell cocktails in fish bowls.
Yes.
That is probably what I needed
Fishbowl.
for this.
Well, let's give it a try. And if
Okay.
it needs a little more sweetness, we'll just get a bigger. Ooh, careful. That's pretty good.
It is really good.
The
isn't
ginger,
it?
the ginger beer really pulls that together nicely.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's kind of a strange color, but you know.
Yeah, the color isn't great.
I actually don't know that it needs any more ginger beer.
I don't
I
know,
actually like it just like that.
yeah, I would. So if I make this again,
I feel like the flavor would be not as bold. Although,
with what with
if you had more ginger beer in there.
yes, I'd ditch the goblet and I would just serve this straight up in a highball. Mm-hmm. That's really good. That's got a really good mix of flavors, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Pulls the
that
whole
one.
thing together. Okay, so
There you go.
this is a winner. Does it say to garnish? Probably does say to garnish.
I'm gonna say maraschino cherry, maybe a slice of mint, or a
Dress
leaf
with
of mint.
dress with fruit and serve with 2 or 3 sprigs
Aha.
of mint on top. Yeah, so dress this to make it look fancy. The flavor is
If you want.
fantastic. Yeah.
Or
I think if you served this to anyone at a party who wasn't drinking, they would really enjoy it. Okay, so thanks for stopping by. I'm enjoying this. We'll see you next time.